this with recording so that the other people can get the benefit of it, right? Okay. Our ultimate objective is to make you people competent in English writing, right? If you look at it from CoCube's point of view, your placement test, that is WET, written English test. There are lots of engineers who are looking for MBA after engineering. So in that case, what happens? They need to crack certain exams in terms of CAT, in terms of NMAT, CMAT, like this. Over there, after completing exam, right, one of the criteria for interview or shortlisting is that, which has been added nowadays. Now there are some students who like to, mechanical students have one dream of going to Germany. So if you're looking for Germany or Canada or Australia or any other country, you need to write IELTS exam. Fine. So in IELTS, written English is there. If you're targeting US, right, you will have to go for TOEFL. Test of English is a foreign language. If you are specifically looking at Australia, you may have to go for PTE. Right? All these are exams. Overall, across the world, these are the names of exams that one has to write to prove that he or she is a proficient user in the English language. In all these tests, right, be it GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, right, NMAT, CMAT, whatever you say, call it, right, where written English is given 25% weightage. That's why we have developed the certificate course and offer to the students. Fine. Okay. Now, today, what we want to do is we want to talk about how to write an essay. In English, you were little late, so you might not come across one topic that is called paragraph writing. Could you learn that or not? You must have learned, but it was super fast because you need to complete the syllabus in 1 month time. That's why. Fine. Okay. So today we will talk about what is the layout, how essay is written, how paragraph is written. Now there will be dual advantage. Advantage number one is you will get to know that how to write an essay. Second thing is, on the other side, you will get to know that how professionals write a paragraph. So that will also help you to improve your reading skills. That is both the ways. Fine. Okay. Now I guess the projector is not working with my laptop. Try. So what you can do is, if you find network, you can join from here. So it can be recorded and there won't be a problem. You can do one thing. No network. Okay. That's fine. So this hybrid teaching has allowed me to go for 2 laptops. I feel like multitasking here. Now, if you look at this, I have used emojis because I have seen that when there are cartoon characters, emojis, right? I started learning Snapchat from my daughter, and she told me that there is a Bitmoji app where you can have your own avatar. So I did that with new one. I hope it looks like me a little bit. So yeah. So we'll start with one by one. Okay, if you look at the criteria, so paragraph writing is divided in 4 parts, right? Number 1 is before writing. That means whatever you think. See, it has been shared in English that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That means there must be concrete planning, fine? And that's why people give lots of importance to planning. So planning is important. That while writing, what you need to do after writing and assessment criteria. If you know all these 4, you will be best in writing. See, the problem is you are a sharpshooter, but thing is that you don't know where the bullseye is. In that case, you cannot shoot anywhere. So assessment criteria will help you to find out the bullseye. Fine. Okay. So one by one we'll go. We'll start with first before writing. Before writing, it says that you read and understand the topic. Right? See, in exam, whatever answer you write is 100% correct. It's 100% correct, but it may not be for the question which has been asked. Right? That means whatever you write is correct, but it is not related to the question asked. That's why you lose your marks. There is nothing like wrong and right. It's about relevance. So you need to know that. So what actually they want to ask you. Now, essay, if you talk about essay can be divided in 3 parts. One is, they call it descriptive essay. You have been asked to describe about, burning issues of India. Mention, write, discuss. That means you need to describe about issues. It is not majorly asked in exam. Most common format of essay writing is agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Right? So here we need to find out that how to write agree, disagree. Now, if you read any blog, if you watch any video, YouTube video, they will tell you that first paragraph positive, second paragraph positive, third paragraph negative. If you write like that, you will lose your marks. Because no blog, no YouTube channel is authorized. Whatever they feel, they write. So today in this class, we'll talk about how an essay can be written. Number 1. Right? For agree, disagree. In agree, disagree, you need to give your stand clear. That this is my stand. I agree or disagree. And then you need to give. For example, you said that I don't like English lectures. Next question will be asked to you that why. But if you reply that I love English lectures because 1, 2, 3 reasons, then nobody will ask you. That means when you go for any argument, you need to have at least 3 supporting things, whether you agree or disagree in a way. Fine. So this is what we are looking for. Third option is very tricky. Third type of essay is compare and contrast. Compare and contrast. Right? That means you will be asked to compare and contrast both. For example, they will ask that there are 2 situations. You discuss both and discuss about the one situation. So we take an example of apple and orange. Apple is situation, orange is another situation. Now if you compare apple and orange, what you will do? You will write a paragraph on apple, write a paragraph on orange. That's all. That means you do not justify the content, the question. So here what you need to do is you need to find out 3 similarities which can be compared and contrasted. For example, color, size, test. These three elements you can find in both apple and orange, and you can say that, okay, test is different, size is different, color is different. So in one paragraph, you can write about test, size, color of apple. Second, test, size, color of orange. You can write in different way also. You write about test of apple and orange, size of apple and orange, color of apple and orange. So in that way, you can justify, but it is very rarely asked. So we'll focus on agree, disagree type of essay. But that you can come to know when you understand the topic. Exactly. Fine. So how to do that? So before writing, you need to plan. This is what we call brainstorming. You're planning. Now, how you can plan? You go for any topic, you think about 3 positive points, 3 advantages. If I go with this, what are the 3 advantages? For example, is climate change real? Is climate change real? So, okay, what are the 3 points where we can prove that climate change is real? Then you also think about what are the 3 reasons why we can say that climate change is not real. Getting? And then best way. We'll have one essay writing today in the class. We'll get to know all these details. So for any essay, we need to have 7 points with us. 3 plus 3 plus 1. In that case, you can be well maintained, well drafted, well contended material with you. No. See, this is before writing. Right? See, they will not ask you about whether you write about positive or negative, but whatever you write, you justify your stand. So when you write positive, negative both, you can have clarity in mind. Okay, now I can write more about negative points because I have more ideas. I can pick up that. But after doing this exercise, I can come to know, not before that. Getting? That's why we need to do this. Okay, and what is the best way? There are positive ways also, negative ways also. What is the best way that we need to recommend? So we reach to the conclusion at the end. Any discussion without conclusion is not meaningful, right? So in this essay, we need to give conclusion at the last. Getting? Hello? Okay, so let's go for it. While writing, what to do? This is the first paragraph. First paragraph is, first we write with hook. Now what do you mean by hook? Right? Hook means when you go for fishing, and we use hook for fishing, right? Same way, we need to find out that what is a catchy caption, attractive sentence. It can be a proverb, idiom, phrase, statement, saying, whatever. But that can, grab the attention of the reader. And it's wow. Right? So that is required. It is not necessary that every time you get something. If you get it, you write it. Second is background information, that whatever is mentioned in that question, you repeat the question. That means if I don't have a question, by reading the paragraph, I can understand, okay, this essay is about this topic. That is background information. Then thesis statement is the backbone of any paragraph. Thesis statement is backbone, right? This clears your stand. You need to write very clearly that I agree that for example, if the question is, should the students be allowed to work along with their studies? You say, yes, I agree that students should be allowed to work along with their studies because reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3. That means your first paragraph is the trailer, teaser of the movie. When I read the first paragraph, I'll be very sure that what exactly this student is going to discuss. Clear? Okay. Now, when you do this, what you need to do is simple. R1, reason number 1, you expand it. You justify with example. Reason number 2, justify, add examples. Reason number 3, justify, add examples. That would be your body part. Fine. Third paragraph, summary. You summarize entire thing. You can also talk about other side. See, you agree that one student should work, but you also mentioned that there are limitations too, where the other points, 3 points will help you. But if you go with the best way, we can agree that students can be allowed to work. Right? So this is the way we can write. Now this is a little bit tricky. We'll discuss this. Fine? Okay. Now what shall we do is, we'll have one exercise. What can be done? Here comes our understanding. First is proofread for grammar and spelling. That means whatever you have written. See, the tragedy is you never read what you write in exam. You never read what you write in exam. And in some universities, some colleges, even teachers do not read what is written. They see the papers, they don't check the papers. Fine. So there are differences, there are problems. But if you check your writing, you will get to know that okay, there is a spelling error, you improve it. Fine. Update the content if needed. If you find that there is imbalance in the content, you can update it if required. Then verify and match with the assessment criteria. Now, what are the assessment criteria that we don't know? I'm talking about bullseye. Fine. See, 11, 12 science was the golden period of your life. From day one, you knew what to do. What is the ultimate goal? How many papers to do? Right? That was clear. Even 10th standard was clear. It was easy. Why? Because 10th standard, you were sure that I want to do this. Simple. Here, it is not clear that much. Fine. Simon Sinek, he is a business strategist from USA. He has written a very beautiful book called Start with Why. Start with Why. And if you if you find somewhere in YouTube, please watch that video of 18 minutes. See, there are two types of people. People one, they think why, then they think how, and then result is what. They think inside out. And the rest of the people, they think that what, then they think about how, and last they think about why. I give a simple example. If I ask you that what do you do? You will say proudly, we study. How do you study? You come to college. In this pandemic time, out of 47 students, we 7 students are sitting seat. How we come to college? We come to college by bus. Why you study? Why mechanical engineering? And there will be a beautiful smile on your face. Because I could not get admission in computer engineering. That's why I selected mechanical. And there are some people who still finding that relative who suggested you should go for mechanical, not computer engineering. So much of jealous, enviousness, right? It happens. So there are things, we are not clear why we do this. That is the big problem. If you know that, why I attend the class? When I enter the class, I know that why I enter the class, because I want to teach. I want to share this. How I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4 options. What is that? This is the result. This is what we are looking for. Fine. So what are the assessments that we need to understand? Look at this 4. Right. Take 1 minute time and try to figure out what it is written. It is written in a way. what actually they mean to say. This is